So Ian Bremmer, who is the president and founder of the Eurasia Group and a professor at Columbia and a prolific writer, has written this remarkable book called Every Nation for Itself. And the subtitle says it all, Winners and Losers in a G0 World. So if you'll turn to page 2 of your handout, let's talk about this idea. Why is this book worth our time? Here's the issue. The G7, you know, the 7 strongest economies, gave way to the G20, the 20 strongest economies. But neither of those are really quite viable anymore, because we now function in a G0 world. There are more countries at the table with no clear dominant country to call every shot. This is a new world order of, according to Bremmer, every nation for itself. Will the U.S. rise to the occasion and take advantage of the circumstances? By the way, the U.S. is appearing to want to pull back a little. We don't have the might to solve every internal and regional crisis. We don't do it. We don't have it. Nobody does. And so this era could lead to something close to disaster, and the book raises the questions. Now, it is on business bestsellers, but the reality is this is a book to just kind of think about stuff. And it has implications for globalization. And I'm going to read you a number of these quotes. I'm going to read very quickly. Follow along quickly. Number 1, G0, noun, a world order in which no single country or durable alliance of countries can meet the challenges of global leadership. Number 2, for the first time in 7 decades, we live in a world without global leadership. In other words, country A can't tell country B what to do. Doesn't work that way anymore. Look at number 5. If not the West, the rest, or the institutions where they come together, who will lead? The answer is no one. Neither the once dominant G7 nor the unknowable G20. We have entered the G0 era. Bottom line, in a G0 world, it is economic muscle, not military might, that determines the international balance of power. Turn to page. This is the world we live in. The United States is still the most powerful country on earth, but maybe not as dominant. And the book argues there will not be, in the foreseeable future, a dominant country like there has been. But still indispensable. Not dominant, but indispensable. And especially our Navy has to keep the seas open. China may be incredibly powerful, especially economically, but it may not rise much higher. They can't afford to become the dominant military and the dominant economy. And by the way, I didn't read the quote. Listen, their total economy is growing, but it's slowing down and they could have trouble. But GDP per person, they're a long way from us. Here are my takeaways at the bottom. Number 1, there are more countries than ever before that want a seat at the table, or maybe just their own table. Number 2, there are new dangers. The next war may be fought over the basics of food and water. Number 3, there are new dangers. The next war may be fought with new weapons, cyber weapons. Number 4, every country is inward in this sense, concerned about their own economic well-being, survival, including us. So who's going to keep the world safe? And rather obviously, number 5, from Madeleine Albright, this is really true. What matters anywhere matters everywhere. Every nation for itself, winners and losers in a G0 world. I hope it helps you get thinking a little bit. Thank you very much.